Right, Land Rover Defender spare tyre. So obviously the spare wheel and tyre is on the back door underneath our barbecue plate. Great. Now we've been off-roading a couple of times and we've had punctures. We've upgraded our tyres a couple of times. We've got some good tyres on there now. But originally we got 2 punctures. There's a lot of weight in a car when you're off-roading on the Strata, Florida. So we have a couple of times and then had to drive knowing we've got no spare because our spare is ripped the sidewall. So some people may want an extra spare wheel, spare tyre, and the only place you're going to put that realistically is on the roof. So in this video we're going to show you our roof mount kit for a Land Rover Defender spare wheel and tyre on the Expedition roof rack. So basically it's going to be this plate that bolts down onto the Expedition roof rack, and it's got a bolt that, because one thing is a lot of mounts have the bolt sticking up, but it's really hard when you're on the roof to get the wheel and tyre up and over. So we've decided it's better to get the wheel and tyre over, and then we've designed it such that that can just go in and then that locks it, and then we've got this little plate here that's going to spin on, look, and then clamp your spare wheel so it's ready when you need it, but secure when you don't. Okay, so this is the plate. I'm going to show you how to do that. Now, the other reason you might want a spare wheel is some people with trailers and caravans, it's really hard to get your tow hitch on here, especially if you've got one of those Alco anti-sway bars with the clampy thing, and it really gets in the way, which is absolute pain. And we are looking at other ways around that, whether we can have a two-part system for the spare wheel carrier. But Land Rover also done a storage box, so you may well want a storage box or nothing on here, in which case your spare wheel and tyre is then relegated up onto the roof. So let's get going. Let's get the mount plate ready, bolted on, and then me and Alicia will try and struggle to get that wheel and tyre, and they're steels, not alloys, up onto the roof and show you how it all clamps into place. Oh, first thing, we got to peel off the sticky back laser protection film off the plate, haven't we? Right, and then I'll meet you up on the roof. Right, the first job is to install these clamp blocks. So these clamp blocks, they're shaped to meet the profile. Now, we used to have 2 half blocks, but this is our latest iteration where it goes under and it snaps in place, which means you need less hands to assemble it, which is kind of cool. Right, and then these are shaped, make sure you get it the right way. So they're shaped to meet that. So we got those roughly in place. Then let's get the plate. It doesn't really matter which way you put this up. I guess it depends if you want our little HSX logo. HSX logo with a dot. Why did Zach put a dot on there? We don't normally have a dot. All right then. And then you get those. Line the coach bolts. We've got square holes at the top so it holds it. Right, now we don't want the wheel flying off, so rather than rely on the plastic, we actually have what we call a ring of steel. So we've got these strap bolts that go underneath, okay, and then we can put the nylock nut on. So obviously this gives you so rather than relying on the T-slot system in the top of the extrusion, we're actually clamping around and spreading the load around one of the bars. Okay, so that's those 2. Right, now, obviously we can set this up and then we can slide it along to the middle. So let's slide it to the middle while I can still reach off the edge here. Alicia is climbing on the roof. There we go, right. Okay, all right. We don't need to tighten anything yet. Now, I've just noticed a deliberate mistake, Alicia. Do you reckon we got enough clearance between here and there for the wheel? Do you reckon I should have put it on this one?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe, but then we've got to be careful of the back. Right, let's go for this one. Right, there you go, there's room enough to get a socket in there. So one thing we had to do is we had to get the thickness of those top plates sufficient so we've got clearance underneath this funny slot here to get that big bolt in at an angle. Right, that is all on and super tight. Now we've got to get we've got to get up here. We don't need that anymore. We've got to get the wheel and tyre up here. Let's have a go. Right, once you've got the tyre on the roof, so you can see that it spreads the load. The weight of the tyre is on 1, 2, 3 of the crossbars. So now we've got to get this in. Now, obviously we need to put it in an angle, the way it's designed. So if you have it too central, you can't get it in the angle. So you just need to shimmy it across a bit until you've got it in, and then centralise it. And you want the coach bolt right at the square end of that slot. And then it's not going to disappear anywhere because it's got the crossbar underneath it. Then you get this. So you'll get a metal bit with 2 screws. You screw that bit in there. Again, we wanted the metal. And then this goes down over here. Okay. And then that is... Give it a pull up so it's caught on the coach bolt. Okay. And you can wind that up. Now, obviously there's a risk of this vibrating loose, so I recommend putting a ratchet strap over the top of it as well, but that will centralize and hold and support your wheel. Now, point to note, there's 2 different sizes. So we've done this with a steel wheel. Now, everything's the same for the aluminium wheel, but the center boss there is a different shape. So we have got a slightly more slender one. Obviously, you've got the same taper to centralize it, but the alloy one, the central hole is smaller. So you'll need that one for the alloy wheel. Right, any questions, as ever, let us know. But there we go, we are expedition ready. We have got the spare tyre mounted on the roof. Good luck with that.